Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Shape Your Story. I am Nathan Coutinho.
And I'm Lisa Rothstein.
Awesome. So last episode, we started talking about shapes, right? I guess we've been talking about shapes for a while, Lisa. But this time, we're going to move on to squares and possibly rectangles, right?
Yeah, exactly. So last time, we're in this section that's concepts. So I talk about character, concepts, and context. And so we're in concepts right now. So last time we used circles to tell different kinds of stories and showed how you could make different circular objects mean different things. And so today we're going to do some things with squares. Again, very, very simple. You do not need to be an artist. You do not need to know how to draw. And this is not for hanging in a museum. Just to remind everybody, this is for communication. And so that you can actually take a look at your problems and a look at what things are going on in your company and work on them together. So, just a public service announcement for anybody who thinks they can draw. Okay. So I'm just going to go straight to my pad here, and we're going to start to draw some squares. So just like the last time, I'm going to make 9. They can be squares or rectangles. They are what would you call parallelograms? Well, I'm trying to remember my geometry. But anyway, they're square-ish. And I'm trying to make them nice, but I'm not even closing them up here.
Starting to look like a Zoom call.
I know. Exactly. That's this. You know what? That's it. I can stop right now. This can just be a Zoom call, and you just draw faces in each one, and now you have a Zoom call.
Or
right?
a deconstructed Rubik's Cube.
Exactly. So I like the way you're making it so that, thinking outside the box, pun intended, right? Okay, so now what can we do with these? I mean, obviously, these are only 9. There's lots more that you can do, right? But the simplest thing that you could do might be something like this. And suddenly, you've got an envelope, which could be, snail mail, email, send me a Christmas card, send me a birthday card, that kind of thing, right? If you draw another square on the inside, it could be maybe a picture frame, or if you just draw a line underneath it, now suddenly we've got a computer, like a laptop or a computer. Yeah. Look at that. Look, I just drew a little square inside and one line underneath. I mean, you could make it more detailed and draw like a whole keyboard and everything, but you really don't need to. And then this can symbolize lots of different things. We'll talk about that in a minute. If I add another little square to the bottom of this, and then maybe a circle and another circle, now we have some kind of a little truck. And depending on what you wrote on the truck, it could be, let's say, now suddenly it's. So you could write anything on there, right? But I just decided it was a mail truck. If I drew another square on the inside of this, and then maybe a little triangle up here, I'm gonna be fancy. Now it's a picture that's hanging on the wall. It could be, if I start to draw like some little keyhole people in there, like maybe now it's a family photograph.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember when a television looked like this. I think people still think of some of it that way. I'm not sure if you... Yeah, rabbit ears. I'm not sure if people would still do a TV that way. So that's now, you can start thinking a little bit of a different scale. If I draw another little square down here, and then maybe just some dots, suddenly we have a building, right? And you can, if you wanted to have more than one, and you had, now you suddenly start to have like a whole kind of city happening there. So there's that. I'm stopping, Nathan, so I can think for a second.
Oh.
Okay. If I go like this, and then I make like a little circle on top, and now we have some kind of a flag, like you might have on a ship.
Sure.
Or something like that. You could have all different kinds of flags. In fact, especially you would need colors for some of these. Of course, if it was an American flag, because we live here, and I'm just gonna do I just did a bunch of hashtags because I don't feel like drawing a bunch of stars, and just and just stripes. If I wanted to know which flag this one was, I don't happen to have blue and red, so I only have blue. I only have blue and orange. There's no flag that I know of. Actually, this is like New York City has blue and orange, but not. This looks like France because yeah. But see, I'm not even using the right color. I'm using orange, but because of the configuration, right away it reads as France. Right away this reads as a U.S. flag because of it's not the right number of stripes. It's not actually stars. It's an approximation, but it still reads.
Yeah.
So, this little envelope up here, depending on how big a little thing.
Briefcase.
Oh, suddenly it's a briefcase. Now it means work, or it means it means work, or maybe a legal thing, something like that.
Yeah. So,
what I love about this stuff is that you can make a lot of these things mean lots of different stuff. So, for example, let's take a look at this. We did this last time, and I'm just going to go straight into this. But if I was going to do a building like what you just saw, right away, all I did was a rectangle and another little rectangle, and then just some dots for windows. And this could mean the office. This could just mean urban versus rural. So I'm just gonna do like a children's tiny children's house, and here's some bushes, and this is home, this is work, right? It could mean manufacturing. I'm not going to write the whole word here, especially if you do this. Now it's a factory, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So depending on what you want it to mean, you can do lots of things with this, right? So, did you want to try doing some squares yourself?
Yeah. Well, let's try it. I'm a little intimidated already, just so you know.
I'm going to go back to my little grid here. So just in case you needed to refer to, I'll just go back to my grid.
Oh, perfect. Oh, great. This is like now memory. I can copy.
Yeah, I know. Last time you did it by memory, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. We don't need memory. We can just do it by just copying. I mean, even if you're copying it, to be honest, that helps you remember, right? Like that's how you practice, is like you can't just like think it up. And most of the time I can't remember most of the things that I'm supposed to be thinking about. So, I wanted to mention this because when you drew the envelope the first time, that was easy. That was easy to understand. When you did the handle on it, the first thing that came to my mind was like, well, if I did it, I would have had like a front end like that or a flap like that, and then I would draw locks, and instantly I made it more complicated. And what I'm getting to is that you don't have to make it complicated.
Well, what you're getting to also is once you start to make it complicated, then it becomes about your drawing and not about the idea. See, like right away, I'm looking at what you drew on the left, and I'm thinking, oh, is that a child's like book bag, or is that what is that? You know what I mean? Whereas when it's just a symbol, you put the wheels in a better place than I did, Nathan. I put the wheels in the wrong place on that truck. See,
I need to stop. I'm trying to get fancy now.
No, but your truck is better than mine because I didn't put the wheels where they belong.
I got one. So I got one.
Yeah.
Good, one better one, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, you can do so many.
I had that hanging on the wall. You could also do that this way. Like, look, I don't know if you can see my thing anymore, but if I didn't want to do the top one, I could do it like this. Put like a
picture frame.
Yeah, then it's more of a picture frame that's on your desk. That's probably better. If you want, because what that would say to me would be, here's somebody who's at the office but has a picture of their family on their desk, like remembering your family when you're at work.
Yeah.
I mean, right away you tell that whole story with just that one picture. Work-life balance.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's my thingy, and then here's the flag.
Sorry.
Then I don't have any colors on me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And then American flag. I like the way you did this. This is
Yeah. So what I did there was I just went sideways and crosshatch. There you go. And it just kind of leaves those little white spaces that are like stars. And say, look, right away, I get it. All right, we're talking about the United States, and that in a way, see now you're filling in the stripes. You don't need to do that.
I'm demonstrating what not to do because now it's going to take me 10 times longer.
Because I got it. Because the point is, as soon as my husband hates when I do this, but as soon as I see it, I got it. Once I got it, anything you add is not helping and only makes me think, well, why is he drawing it that way?
A minimalistic way of thinking for this is actually a good thing because you're creating less detail and you're putting people more in the moment of the idea you're trying to get across versus all the possibilities of the ideas, right?
Right. And the problem is the more the details begin to matter, and then it takes you away from the idea. But what these are symbols that point to a bigger idea. And what you want to let the reader do, and I call it a reader on purpose, not just a viewer, what you want to let the reader do is fill in the empty pieces in their own mind so that they can become part of the story and entered into the story with you. The minute you add more details, now they're looking at your picture. They're not actually in the story. See what I mean?
No, I get it. That's great. That's a great lesson, Lisa. And I actually managed to follow along without, completely messing it all up. Hey, for those that are listening in for the first time, we've got many of these episodes. They're all meant to be watched kind of at your own pace. So you don't have to do squares or circles first. You can kind of go back and forth. And if you have feedback, please keep it coming on YouTube and our other channels. Lisa, thank you again for showing us some of this awesome, not artwork, but very, it's just a whole different way of running your meeting, right? So this is just another great lesson and a whole bunch of stuff that we're doing together. So that's it, folks. That's another episode of Shape Your Story. See you all next time.
Bye.